We are cutting in with breaking news at this hour. 3 Ogle County Sheriff's Office deputies were injured in a possible shooting near the Lost Lake neighborhood in Ogle County.
Yeah, let's get right to that press conference happening right now.
Lee County Sheriff Clay Whalen and State's Attorney Mike Rock. Approximately 8:39 this morning, we received information from a family member about an individual at 402 Wild Rice Lane, Dixon, Illinois. This individual had threatened not only suicide but homicide, and it was quickly determined that our emergency response team to be activated. At 9:18, 18 minutes after we arrived, the SWAT team was activated. Our hostage negotiators arrived on scene and attempted to make contact, and the first call to his cell phone began at 10:40. In excess of 50 phone calls were made in various forms to the residents, with no answer. Additional resources were provided into the house at 11:09 in an attempt to make contact with the individual, with no success. At 11:51, due to the lack of communication, it was determined that our emergency response team would enter the house and determine the well-being of that individual. Immediately upon entering the house, our deputies received fire from inside the house. 3 deputies were struck by gunfire and transported to local hospitals. The suspect was also struck by gunfire and transported to a local hospital. We immediately requested 3 ambulances and 3 helicopters to the scene. 2 were diverted to Dixon Hospital, 1 landed right here in this parking lot. The Ogle County Emergency Response Team is made up by individuals from different agencies, including the Sheriff's Office, Oregon City, and Byron City Police Departments, as well as SWAT medics from the Rochelle Fire Department. Today we are assisted on scene from the Lee County Sheriff's Office, DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, Carroll County Sheriff's Office, Illinois State Police, and fire resources from Dixon Rural Fire, Dixon City Fire, Oregon Fire, Mount Morris Fire, Polo Fire, and helicopters from REACT and OSF. We won't be taking any questions. There will be more information to come in the days ahead. I would also like to tell you that we've requested the state police conduct the investigation into the officer-involved shooting, and they will be handling the investigation from this point on, and any questions regarding the information should be directed to the Illinois State Police. Thank you.
All right, we just heard more information about this shooting investigation. You just heard that 3 Ogle County Sheriff's deputies were shot during this incident that started at 8:39 a.m. and actually lasted a few hours, wrapping up around noon when those deputies went into the home.
Yeah, this was a several hours long thing that happened this morning. They responded right away. Those officers went and they waited and waited, tried calling the house, they said, and finally when they entered the house, they got shot at right when they walked in, essentially, almost an ambush type situation there, as the suspect was in the home, just kind of sounded like keeping to himself and not really responding to what the officers were trying to say to him.
Yeah, we just learned from the Ogle County Sheriff Brian Van Bickel too that it seems like the suspect, they said that the suspect was threatening suicide and also homicide around 8:39 this morning. This all taking place at 402 Wild Rice Lane in Dixon. We know that this is in Lost Nation, a very small community, gated community neighborhood. We learned that when our Emily McMinn was on the scene, because we couldn't get actually to that home because of the gated area. Yeah,
this is a very small rural community, kind of right between Oregon, Dixon, Rochelle. Those are kind of all equidistant around there, about 10, 15, 20 minutes from there. So it kind of sits in a very rural area on Flag Road, right near the Ogle-Lee County line. So it's a very, very quiet residential area there. There's a man-made lake that a lot of people go to for recreation, and that's why a lot of people choose to live there, just for those quiet quiet, serene type setting with a very peaceful area there.
Yeah, and we heard from the sheriff, because you mentioned that is a rural area. There were multiple agencies that had to help out. Just a few: Lee County, DeKalb County had to help out. Also, Illinois State Police. And we just learned from the sheriff that ISP, Illinois State Police, will be handling this investigation. Of course, we'll continue to have more on this. We have multiple reporters out there on the scene gathering more information as we continue to learn more. But that is the very latest, and we'll have more coming up on 13 News at 4.